Welcome to another exciting episode of What's Your Vice. Today is going to be an absolutely knowledge bomb driven episode. I'm going to be interviewing Miguel Pascali from Nissan Spares and Repairs in Brackenfell. This guy has got a legend of a life that he's lived, and he's going to share that with us today. So stick around and see what knowledge bombs he's going to depart in your business today. This is quite informal. We've got lights, camera, action. Thank you, Miguel. Okay. Good to see you. Okay, for our viewers, tell us a bit about what you do every day.
Basically, we kind of resurrect Nissan vehicles. Yeah, like that whole release thing with the water. Yeah, yes. we like that. We like that. The guys in the northern south that do that to Nissans. Yeah, I'm not the pastor. I'm not the guy in the coffin though. But yeah, that's what we do.
That's brilliant. That's a good answer.
Well, basically, what we do is we got my company was called Nissan Spares and Repairs and Engine Rebuilders. Basically, we do after sales on the Nissan vehicles, and we do we got second-hand reconditioned parts, and then we also specialize in engine rebuilds.
The first question is, why did you cut? Back to the first question. Why did you want to start working for yourself? How did that come about?
Gee whiz. I don't know, do you want the long or the short version?
I've got time.
I've got time too. Okay, basically, if I can put you in background, my grandfather, he had his own company, sign business. My dad, which initially the founder of this company, he started it, and also entrepreneur. And at no point did I feel they were pressurized into, I need to also follow in footsteps. However, I think in the sense of a lot, I think feel comes from my upbringing, which was passed down. So dad was hard, grandpa was even harder, and in the sense that what values I instill in my business is no different to when I was working for an employer. So basically, I looked at the business holistically when I was working for an employer, basically, and I saw what I was putting in versus I knew what my worth was and what I brought to the business, and I felt then, why am I killing myself doing this? And end of the day, I'm meeting target. I'm exceeding target for the company that I was working for, and basically, and it come appraisal time, and then I need to kind of justify why I need the increase that I need, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. I brought everything to the table, and now I need to grovel like a dog. I was like, no man, this like hell no. I feel I'm better than that. And then what happened was I resigned at the company. It was a lot of people were like, geez, brah, no, like you are. That's not a bright move. However, even today, I don't feel that. I feel that I'm chasing wealth. I think in the sense of what I do chase, or what gives me joy is that I get a self-fulfillment in the sense of achieving. And if I can put you in the picture with our business, is that I don't get the easy work like the other mechanics. I normally get the vehicles and the work in when it's come from other mechanics. They've,
So you're the doctor.
I'm trying to Frankenstein here, trying to make him back human again. And so I always get like loose pieces. I get, and it's a lot of the times it's when people have already tried, people have failed, people have said no, there's no, and majority of my customers that come in here, a personal relationship is grown with them. I mean, we communicate like friends afterwards. I know about his family, he knows about her, and
it
it becomes very close, and that's how it's grown. I mean, I don't necessarily go out and market the business out there like, oh, mechanic, come please get your service, like, you know, guys handing out flyers and things. No.
Yes.
If I must say, I do very minimal marketing, but I can't keep up my...
Well, gauging from the amount of cars and engines and stuff that I see here, what you're saying is true to that, because that relates to that relationship that you talked about. And I think most of the entrepreneurs that I speak with, when we come, and we'll come to that question now, what you do for marketing, but you've actually answered it already, they say that word of mouth is the best form of marketing for them. And it shows. It shows that when you say that you're kind of like the guy that people come to when there's no more hope, they'll most probably come to you now first instead of going to other places.
But, you know, I will tell you that even though they come to us first, they don't come to us, then they go there, and then they come back, and then I'm like, and then they look at me, I actually don't even say I told you so. As they come in, I just nod and smile.
Yeah.
And they know that I know that.
Yes. There's that understanding.
You know, like everyone's like.
Fantastic.
That's where it lays.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you, it's very challenging. In a small to me is there's no systems like in corporate. You know, each one fits in his little.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone works in it. No, you are engine builder, receptionist, counselor, cleaner. You are alles in one.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, working here, when you leave here at the end of the day, you know you've put in a hard day's work.
I mean, look at the time. It's now 6 o'clock on a Saturday evening, and you're still here. You just went home to clean yourself up. When I got here, you were still busy fixing engines.
And when you leave here, we're back in it. This is just stage for this.
Lead by example. That's how you do it.
Yeah. No, I promise you, we put in hours.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, our clients don't get to see that.
Yes.
But they don't need to see that.
Yeah.
It's like I've got the saying, like, if I'm sick, I go to a doctor.
Yeah.
He makes me better.
Yes.
If I go to a mechanic, all I want to know is I brought my car.
It's
better,
working.
I want it right.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's also even more challenging these days because I think we in an era and a time where people don't easily repair. I feel like if you look at, for instance, worst marriages.
Yeah.
People don't fix marriages anymore.
Yeah.
It's just trade a divorce.
Yeah.
It's the same with cars. They're like, you know what, trade the thing in, we buy a new one.
Yes.
And you know what that does is that it kind of sets forth a standard and space for our generation coming.
Absolutely.
Which is, I feel, is not good. It's not a right thing. I mean, if everything were that easy as just trade it in, get a new one, then when do you actually value anything? When do you start looking after? When do you start, you know? Because, and that's the thing. I mean, if we start looking at things differently like that, and just on cars alone, I mean, I think everything will be a lot better now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What motivates you?
I tell you, if you ask any entrepreneur and any person owning his own company, we don't have a set salary coming at the end of the month. We don't have, like, you know what, if I don't work, it's okay, I'm still getting.
Yeah.
My motivation every day is like, ek weet nie waar die geld vandaan kom nie. So ek moet maar my gat roer.
Ja.
My pa sê vir my elke dag, jy moet jou vinger trek, mannetjie. And it's exactly that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you need to be self-motivated.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, like, every day it's, as I was mentioning to you earlier,
yes.
I pray just for a normal, standard day that comes with no issues, but that never happens, you know? And after all
God
that,
continuously tests us.
all that crap, you go to bed and the next day it's just pop, you know? So what it teaches you, I think, to become a good swimmer.
Yeah.
Because you must swim in the skak.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that happens. But motivation, I feel that I need to be motivated. I need to stay, because understand that as everything, like force gravity flows, pulls you down. So I need to be motivated. I need to motivate myself.
Yeah.
Because me being motivated, that motivates myself. Because if I'm unmotivated, if I'm miserable, that's just going to flow down, and it's going to fall into my staff. It's going to fall in my workmanship. It's going to flow in everything that comes from it. So I have to. There's no. There's not a choice.
The question is, what is a non-negotiable for you?
Non-negotiables. My non-negotiables in life, in work, it's either black and white. It's either she's pregnant or she's not pregnant. There's no grey area. There's no, you can't be semi, you know. So it's either we do it right or we don't do it. We jump
especially in your line of work.
Yes, because can I say to you, like cutting corners here, will make that you assemble full engine and you have to strip it again, take time because of something. So it's not worth it. In this day and age, I mean, it's not like yesteryear where profit margins were crazy. Now you're making enough just to pay Peter, Paul, you know, just to make. So you can't afford to do the job twice. You can't afford to compromise, because compromising will mean you have to do it over again. And doing it over again steals time from potential next customer that should come in.
So it's a snowball effect.
So you can't. You can't. It's very hectic at the moment, because like my father, this is something he put in me from, he drilled it in me from young, and as he's now quite a bit of age, not that part you must get. He's kind of got a little softer. He's got he's let things slide. And like him and I, we as much as I love that old man, and we can't work together. We can't sit and have a conversation. Because I'm still on that pinnacle point where there's no compromise. It's right is right, it's wrong is wrong. You can't put that thing in, because it's not how it's supposed to be. And it's everything that he taught me.
Exactly.
And you know, it irks the living hell out of him. He's like, I can't work with you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
you taught me this.
This is you. You know? It's challenging. And I think I was saying to you earlier about how I feel that, I feel that like God is humorous. I get, you know, the same things that you are all about. He'll send so many people there to make it, you know, just to rub it, grind you. And so I think building capital, because you know, I still have people that's working with me. And we rub shoulders, and so I need to be able to speak to people. I need to communicate. I need to understand them. So a lot of the times, people, the employees working for me, they don't know. I subtly take the time to find out who they are, because if I find out what makes them tick, what their strengths, what their weaknesses are, what their challenges are, what their struggles are, and I work with that, I know how to work them in
favor of the business.
In the business, because I mean, it'll be, if you know a guy struggling at home with family things, and you know Monday morning he comes here and his head is full, you can't put him on assembling a motor, because you know his head's not going to be. You understand what I mean? So working with people, understanding, knowing how to approach people differently on circumstances, like one guy, you know, you need to maybe be aggressive, be shouting, because that's what he does. He needs it. And with another guy, you can't. You need to speak to him, and that makes it easy.
But I think that's a quality of a good leader, is someone that can actually see the pros and the cons of acting on a certain way with every individual in your business. That's what makes your business successful, is you understanding your staff. Because it's like you said earlier, it's not just you, it's your whole business together that is Nissan Spares, not just Miguel. And if you can gauge and work with your with your staff in such a manner that they kind of like mimic you, you end up being successful. I think that's what one tries to aim at, is to do that.
And I think in the end of the day, it goes beyond the people that you work with. It's understanding your client as well. I find it. People think but it's very important. I feel understanding what your customers need. If he wants his engine pink with little white dots on it, give it to him, because that's what he wants.
It'll come back.
And even as though you think it's ridiculous, even if you think it's not necessary, even if you think like it's not going to make the engine go any faster. We both know that. But if he wants it that way, we give it to him.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I would obviously tell him, okay, but this is maybe your best option, and then give recommendations. But inevitably, the customer wants it. But don't get me wrong. I'm not a yes sir, no sir.
Yes.
Understand, like I have customers coming in here that request, no, just patch it together. I'm going to sell the vehicle.
Yeah.
And I turn customers away like that. I tell them, sir, I think then you should go to another mechanical workshop, because unfortunately, that's not what we do.
Because they're going to come back to you
yes,
if it
because
fails.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Because if it fails, it's going to come back to him. He's going to then say, no, but this mechanic worked, boom, bam, bam, and next thing I must do the thing again.
Exactly.
You know? So, no, I don't. And I'm willing to walk away from things like
That's good leadership.
Yeah.
Anyways, coming back to my next point, which relates to what we've just spoken about, business plan. What is your feel on a business plan, and where do you feel it fits within your business specifically?
Is this that whole question that we can just cut out? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but I'm very much for it. I feel business plan. If you don't have how they say something about planning to fail and having a plan.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
There we go. You know, that's why you. And it's exactly that.
Yes.
I will admit I will say when I'm wrong and when I'm right.
Yeah.
And I feel that as things have been now recently in the business, it's been manic. It's been and I've not put focus on what my business plan is.
Yes.
So I've lost focus a little bit on that. But it was just trying to keep head above water.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you, it's trying times in South Africa at the moment. I mean, I've got no words to explain how grateful I am for the amount of work that I have. I know other guys in the industry are sitting there, don't know what to do, and I've got people waiting to come in.
Yeah.
Like this is the workshop, and this is packed, and I've still got a storage yard where there's customers.
Yes.
I've got tons of work.
Yeah.
But like they say, the work is plentiful, but the laborers are few.
Yeah.
And that is exactly it, I promise you. And it's like that. So I would like to get to a point again where we've got a well-oiled machine here. The workers, everyone's doing what they need to, and I can focus again on.
But you know what, you were saying earlier about keeping head above water whilst it's so manic at the moment. The nice thing about a business plan is it's adaptable. So even though things are manic at the moment, you can still, month down the line, when it's a little bit more quieter, you can adjust it, but use the time that when it was so manic, to basically work it into your plan to say, what did we do wrong whilst it was manic?
You see, like there you said something like, there was a key word that you said there that is the word time. I promise you, if there's one thing that is very challenging, it's separating work from family.
Well, let's talk about that, because that's one of the questions. How do you handle balance?
Let me tell you, for me, it's a bit tricky, and it's hard to try to explain and make people understand how it is. Like, I don't have anything. If nothing happens here, because I'm on my hut. That's it.
Yeah.
So, in my head, automatically, I feel that family should understand.
Yeah.
But I still battle with finding. Okay, Miguel, you need to switch off now.
Yes.
I will tell you that 6 to 7 days a week I'm here. 12 midnight to in the morning I'm here, and it's not good. It's not good. I feel that in life there should be a balance on anything, and I know that there's no balance at the moment. Now we're just pushing to get. But I think everything is seasonal.
Absolutely.
And I need to go through the season, and this business needs to go through the season to learn something. Because once you've learned something from it, you can take what you've learned, and for your next level, next challenge is coming forth, you can apply it.
Yeah.
It's like any TV game. You can't go to stage 3 if you haven't passed level 1.
Exactly.
So you need to, and I feel it's that way. I mean, everything it's in its stride.
Yeah.
So at the moment now, it's there's no.
But you know what? Hey, I mean, being married myself, my wife's got her own business, and this I do part time as well, and it is challenging. But I think the biggest thing one can do to kind of like help the process and for them to understand, I'm talking about our wives, is for them to have a sit down with them and say, this is the reason why I am doing this. Because sometimes all they need, I think it's all about communication. When they understand what our aim and plan is, if they see our vision and plan, then kind of like they would be a little bit more lenient.
More should be about spending more time.
Absolutely.
If you look at even with besides your spouse and things, kids, children, I feel that they need parents more than ever now. More, because if you look at it, they all just get thrown into social media. They get thrown with tablets. They get thrown with cell phones, and it just keeps them preoccupied. Do parents still kick ball with their kids on the field? Do they just still fly kites? Do they still sell kites? I don't know. No. Maybe we should start a business. Kites for us.
The old school ones.
You know? But you must have a
newspaper.
Yeah.
And
I could never work that. I couldn't. I was no good at it.
We were king with those, yeah.
You go fly kites somewhere else.
Ons het riete gevat en ons het meel gevat met water, maak jy koerantpapier, dan slat jy so oor die lyn vislyn, vlieg jy. We used to do that often.
We used to just take the newspaper, make it wet and throw it on the toilet. That's it.
My son still does that today.
But that kite didn't come down. So that I think more and more I think that is why I think if you look at like people need to spend more time with people, man.
Absolutely. That's why I enjoy these interviews, because it's real. It's real. Yeah. I can see the emotion and I can interact with that, and I enjoy that. I really do. Okay. So it's fantastic. Anyways, coming back to the next question is, how do you handle low or no cash flow?
Puta. Yeah. Look, for me, fortunately, we've got the spares.
Yeah.
That's income.
Yes.
In a sense, we've got the repairs, and on the repairs, what we do is we've come to a point where before we used to do the repairs and pray that the customer is going to pay us at the end.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that
you can't bank on.
Yeah, we can't, and we need to lower the risk.
Yes.
So what we do now is we say customers, we will strip the engine, strip the part, whatever, and we'll give him a rough estimate. This is roughly what we're going to set at.
Yes.
From that, the quotation given in the rough estimate will require 60% deposit.
Yes.
The 60% deposit, it's more just to cover the load, like I put unnecessary stress on us, because understand, if my capital is tied up in customers' vehicles, I can't buy parts. I can't work. I need cash flow too. Yeah. But that doesn't say that I've got cash flow. That doesn't say that at all. So you become, I don't know, like you juggle. You become you juggle around, and
it's a magician's work.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Pulling rabbits out of hats,
But that's what makes you successful in still being here today. It's because you're adaptable. Like you say, when you can't just rely on the repairs. You brought the spares in, with kind of like it just makes the boat just stand on ease.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, we've been established like 30 years now, and majority of the time. Coming from previous disadvantage, it was tough. We couldn't just afford just to go buy new.
Yes.
So we had to try to fix it. Yeah. You know, and you had to fix it, not just a quick fix. You need to fix it so that it can last.
Yeah, exactly.
So we still do that. We still try to do that. That's where the reconditioning comes in, and a lot of the times that's why whenever we sell a part or we sell engine, we ask plus the old. So we get we get the
Exactly.
and then
exactly.
what we try to bring that
Yes.
back to life again.
Yes.
See, so
yes.
it's rain.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes, yes, yes.
so yes, and that's how we go. I mean, because if we're in the era where people just take off, replace, put, something must happen to those old things.
Yeah.
And so if we can replenish it, we can fix it and we can sell it back into the market for half the price. Why
And
not?
you generate another flow of income.
Exactly. And then that's how the repairs started. This company started solely on spares. But then what happened was, if we're selling a part, we sell it to the customer. The customer doesn't necessarily fix it.
Yes.
He's got his mechanic that fits it.
Yeah.
Now, let's say he fits it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Now the customer comes back to me and says, we sold it incorrectly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it can't be. You understand? But it wasn't, and the customer doesn't know anything about mechanics, so he's just getting fed with his mechanic.
Yeah.
So what we said is that, well, look here, we had to replace it, and then but we were losing. So we had to come up with a new strategy, man. And that's how the business moved from Nissan Spares to Nissan Spares Repairs, engine rebuilding.
Yes.
So what we then started was doing the repairs part. So as we sell the part, you want to get
You fit it as well.
You fit it as well.
Yeah.
So we know that it's out there, and
there's no returns
you know, perfect.
because you're doing it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there you go. And it's been working well.
Yeah.
Again, it's very challenging. Keeping your focus on both.
Yes.
You kind of got two businesses running in one.
Yes.
So if you focus too much on repairs, sales suffer.
Yeah.
And if you focus too much on sales, repairs suffer.
Yeah.
So you kind of, you know.
You need to juggle it quite.
I'm telling you.
Awesome. Okay, so the next question is, there I forgot my question. There was one specific.
This is not the normal for him. He's struggling. I don't know. The light must be too bright.
Mentors. Do you have any mentors, and do you listen to any podcasts?
You know, when you said that, I read the thing and I thought it was mentors like the Sweetsman. I had it totally wrong. I was like, this has got to do with ages, but let's see where it goes. No. I tell you that there's one thing that my dad has that I'll never have. That's experience. So I call upon him. I'll bounce things off him. Besides him, there are a couple of people that I like to surround myself with people that I see that is moving forward.
Yes.
Because for me, that feels that they got a recipe that's working.
Yes.
So if I can extract little bits of that, and if I put it into my, you know, so that's what I do. I'm not afraid to ask questions. I'm not afraid to say, to gather information. I'm not Mr. Know-it-all. I'm like a sponge. I absorb. I sit back and I listen and then I chew on it and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Nah, that was just a cock and bull story. You know, he's blowing smoke there. That makes it, and then I put it into practice.
Yeah. What was your biggest business failure, and what did you learn from that?
Sure. It's tough to say it's a failure because it was still a success.
Yes.
But the failure part I feel of it was I think me again. You know, I'm my biggest enemy. You know, if I tackle something, this problem, the thing, can't overcome me.
Yeah.
I need to overcome it.
Yes.
And come with that takes time. So loss of time is for me a failure.
Yeah.
And I get drenched in something. When I put my mind to something and when I jump into something,
You give it everything.
consumes my head.
Yeah.
And understand a lot of times I actually should maybe call on someone else that's his expertise. But I feel that this is me.
Yeah.
And I get told all the time, like, you know, send there, you can get the thing done.
Yeah.
But I want to gain the knowledge.
Yes.
Because that guy's got something that I don't have.
Yes.
And I want to have it. I don't want to go to him every time and pay him for something that I could,
Yes.
you know, instill. So a lot of times I jump into something, so I want to, not because of I'm too proud, it's I want to gain the knowledge of it.
Yeah.
Once I've got the knowledge, nobody can take that away from me.
Absolutely.
So my failure is when I've had a couple of vehicles where I'm so pedantic on how I want it done, and I want to do it because I want to overcome it.
Yeah.
And the failure is that the time lost in it. the money is then equates to the time that's lost.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but I know that I've achieved it. But
Yeah, because I mean, end of the day, you might start something that you knew nothing of, but in the failure, as you mentioned, you actually gained the knowledge.
Yeah.
So next time around, you will actually be able to do it the way that you want to do it in lesser time than what you originally did it.
Exactly.
Fantastic answer. Okay, so we're almost done with the whole interview.
Okay, it's not like a tea break. No one's supposed to come do makeup.
She didn't come today.
Wrong trailer.
Anyways, so the last question is, I've asked you quite a lot of questions now, but from a Christian's perspective, how would you say, or at least give our viewers an indication as to how to do business as a Christian?
Can I say to you, firstly, like, being an entrepreneur, every day is like an extreme walk of faith. Of faith in the sense of, is income going to come in? Is anyone going to get hurt? Is anything, you know? Like, so that it's a walk of faith that you can't understand. But there's something that I think that I like to do is I like to speak less and do more.
Yeah.
I underpromise and I overachieve.
Yeah.
And in somewhat, I feel that my walk is my talk, rather than my talk being my walk.
Yes, I hear you.
You know, I feel as a Christian, like a Christian, and not just Christian, any person in a sense. People out there, they stand and profess this and they this, and then what happens is that when you stand and you announce something and you're drawing light, you're drawing attention to yourself, and then when you fail, it's a bigger failure.
Yes.
Again, and in the sense of, we take it back to the Bible. Jesus just sat there with sinners. He didn't stand like in front of churches, and he just sat with sinners and he spoke to them and he shared with them. And in that, people were drawn to him because they saw something different there.
Yes.
And people don't understand what it would be different. There's something about that, like, you know, like, and let your light shine through from within. Let your light shine through for the work you do.
Yeah.
Let your light shine through in everything.
Yeah.
Because you never know how you're touching people. You're touching them while working on their vehicle because they've come through this, and you've been the light and the difference, and give people hope like that.
Yeah.
Or in the sense of someone walking in here and you don't have the part, but you just smile and say, how you doing? And take a bit of interest in his life or something.
Absolutely.
And I promise you, walk out there and people always, like, you know, it's I've had customers walking there crying and they're like, you're talking to them, wanting a part, the next thing they're breaking tears. I'm like, what is going on? You know? And yes, it's always being attentive. And it's always being, it's not about the business. This is just a means to the end.
Yes.
You know? This is just a vehicle that you're using, and this is your donkey that
Yeah.
And
I hear you.
That's it. Always make yourself like, don't go out and Bible bash, but just
be there.
Yeah. Be the difference.
Yeah.
Be the light.
Fantastic. Awesome. Okay, lastly, before we go, where can people get hold of you? Where are you based?
Right here. No.
I'll drop a location.
Well, our website, www.nissanspares.co.za, our information's on there.
You have a Facebook page?
We've got a Facebook page as well. Actually got two, you know. And then all the information's on there. My contact number is 0833 999 669, or you can send me an email, listendat@mweb.co.za, or a Facebook page, drop it there. Just look out for Miguel Pasquale. It's a name to know. Everyone knows Pasquale. So,
okay, listen, on that note, I just wanted to give you something quickly. Just to say...
$1 million, yay!
It doesn't fit in my bag.
Kind me.
Okay, so as what we normally do on every episode, we want to say thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us. So here's a packet of crisps
Thank
from
you.
Darling Brew. And there's
My darling.
yes, for your darling, yeah. And there's 2 craft beers. And Christians also enjoy a bottle of good wine from Wippenberg.
Yeah.
There we go.
You, man. Wippenberg.
Thank you so much. It's really been a blessing to speak to you. And I really pray and trust that your business will go from strength to strength and that you will still lead by example.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
If you're looking for more of such great quality interviews, stick around, like and share our channel, and please subscribe to it, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.